Have you ever walked away from a conversation wondering, wait, was I actually wrong? What if someone could make you doubt your own memory? What if they could make you feel guilty without even asking? First up, gaslighting. Imagine you ask your wife if she wants to go to the beach Saturday. She says yes and gets excited about building sandcastles. But Friday night, she suddenly insists the conversation never happened.
You remember her saying yes, but she keeps denying it. Eventually, you start questioning your own memory. It makes you doubt your perception or understanding of reality.
Imagine believing the sky is blue while someone repeatedly tells you it's green. Eventually, you might start wondering if your own eyes are wrong. The term gaslighting comes from the
Gaslighting can start with tiny contradictions. Over time, those contradictions can destroy someone's confidence. The victim may begin relying on the manipulator's version of reality.
Tactic number 2 is guilt tripping. Imagine you've been busy and haven't called your friend. I guess you're too busy for me now. Suddenly, you feel like a terrible friend.
That's guilt tripping. It uses your sense of responsibility against you. Instead of honestly expressing their needs, someone makes you feel guilty. It's like being handed a heavy bag of guilt and being told to carry it.
Tactic number 3 is love bombing. Imagine getting flowers, gifts, compliments, and constant attention almost to you feel incredibly special. It feels like you've won the relationship lottery.
But sometimes, excessive affection can be used to create emotional dependence. You become attached to the constant validation. Then suddenly, the affection disappears.
Now you're desperately trying to get back to that honeymoon phase. The person who once gave you endless attention now controls when you receive it. Love bombing isn't simply a tool for control.
Tactic number 4 is the silent treatment. Imagine having a small disagreement with a friend. Instead of talking about it, they completely stop responding. No texts, no calls, not even a thumbs up emoji.
Suddenly, you're asking yourself, what did I do? Approval. The person withdrawing communication controls one's feel normal stress.
Tactic number 5 is triangulation. Imagine you and a friend have an argument. Instead of solving it directly, your friend brings another person into the conflict. Suddenly, it's no longer two people solving one problem.
Now it's you versus a team. They might twist the story or exaggerate what happened. Then they use the third person to validate their side. The result is confusion and an imbalance of power.
Triangulation can happen in friendships, families, relationships, and workplaces. Tactic number 6 is projection. Projection means placing your own uncomfortable feelings onto someone else.
Imagine someone is extremely jealous. Instead of admitting it, they accuse you of being jealous. This feeling is uncomfortable, so you take it. Instead of facing their own emotions, they make them your problem.
Someone might say, "I'm not insecure, you're the insecure one." Or, "I'm not angry, you're the one who's angry." Projection protects someone's ego. Tactic number 7 is blame shifting. Imagine someone forgets an important responsibility. Instead of saying, "I messed up," they say, "I wouldn't have forgotten if you reminded me." Suddenly, their mistake becomes your fault. The original problem disappears while you're forced to defend yourself.
That's blame shifting. It redirects attention away from accountability. The person responsible turns the questioning them into the person being questioned. And that can leave you wondering, wait, am I actually the problem? Tactic number 8 is playing the victim. Imagine someone gets caught doing something wrong. Instead of addressing their behavior, they suddenly tell you their entire life story.
You may even feel guilty for confronting them. That's the power of the victim card. Vulnerability can be genuine, but it can also be used to avoid accountability. The key is
Then they completely shut down. It's like trying to communicate with a brick wall. Sometimes people stonewall because they're overwhelmed and need space. But when silence
Tactic number 9 is stonewalling. Imagine you're trying to have an important conversation. What's wrong? You ask, "What's wrong?" And they answer. You ask again, and they say,
Stonewalling blocks communication instead of solving the problem. The other person may feel ignored, frustrated, or emotionally trapped. Mirroring means copying someone's behavior, speech, mannerisms.
Imagine meeting someone who talks exactly like you and seem to have the same values. Instantly. That's because similarity can create a powerful sense of connection.
Mirroring isn't automatically manipulation. People naturally copy each other when building connections. But it can become manipulative when someone deliberately uses it to gain trust.
These tactics can look completely different on the surface. One makes you question reality, another makes you feel guilty, while another uses affection, silence, or blame. But
Manipulation often works slowly. But repeated patterns can gradually weaken your confidence and boundaries. You may start trusting someone else's perception more than your own. Recognizing manipulation doesn't mean every disagreement is manipulation. People can forget things, become overwhelmed, communicate badly, or make mistakes. So the next time you feel constantly confused, guilty, pressured, or responsible for someone else's emotions, pause. Pause. Is this a normal